So I have Mr. Bhaskar Bhat with me, and this is a talk for my audience, very young audience in Hackathon. And Bhaskar, this is only related to things which this particular young audience will get benefit out of your wisdom. One thing which I have observed, and I'm just an observer, these guys are way more smarter than me, that they have very good ideas and very creative. We want to know from you, and hopefully they will learn from you, that how do they convert these ideas into sustainable businesses. Sustainable business not only to generate capital or fuel capitalism per se, but also to give a lot of employment and sustainable employment. So coach us. Let us know. Tell us your experience and your point of views on it.
What I see today in the world of, I call it the world of institutions. In the sense, my view is a business is done by a company. A company has an organization. And if that organization has a culture which becomes institutionalized and therefore it becomes an institution, it will sustain itself forever. Okay? This is the idea, not idea, this is the philosophy at least. That is, you should build an institution. When you come from engineering, you apply an engineering solution to a problem. When you come from management, you think that's a wider perspective. You apply another. Now, the society has impacted anything so much that every stakeholder is beginning to impact every institution. So, multiple stakeholder view is so important. There is consumer, there is regulatory authority, there is society, there is community. Therefore, today, when you build a company or an institution that you're serving and that your ecosystem is impacting several stakeholders is something people have to be aware. You cannot think only of your idea. You have to have almost a 360-degree view of the impact of your idea. And I think the young have the capability of doing that. If you were to simply look at the Indian today versus the Indian 30 years back, and I'm not talking of people suddenly celebrating freedom and all that. It's way, way beyond that. Just the impact, the combined impact of television in India, the internet, the mobile phone, and travel. I'm talking global travel, and the fact that we are a democracy has freed up Indian minds in a exponential manner. I'll tell you, today, even if you go to Singapore or Switzerland, the number of channels you see in a hotel room are maybe 15, 20, 30. No household in India sees less than 100 channels, has access. Okay? And you can stand in the middle of the road and criticize your Prime Minister. You can't do that in Singapore. Okay? Therefore, the Indian mind has been freed. So these kids, they are, I think, the most powerful force as far as we are concerned, because they are thinking freely. First of all, they don't have the overhang of the those the age-old problems we had, which is shortage and closed economy and things like that. Therefore, we are almost in a perfect balance where guys like us who've grown in that economy can bring the balance to these great ideas. So the intermingling of these two, this working together and coming up with something new and which is Indian, is very typical of India. If you see all the, if you were to the early days of MTV and all the V channel, etc., all of them had to Indianize.
Yes.
McDonald's Indianizes. So what these people are doing and what is needed in the country and where people like us can contribute is almost a golden triangle.